Sup fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another movie review. If you're new here, well, sit down and enjoy welcome to my channel now. So sit down, relax. So today we're gonna be doing a spoiler-free / spoiler review of Blue Beetle. Very late, but you know what? Hey, I didn't get the chance to see it in theaters when it came out, but luckily I got the 4K and streamed it on HBO Max. But hey, I want to talk about this movie and also just to wrap up the DCEU films. So yeah, so let's not waste any time. So Blue Beetle review coming up right now, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Alright guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share it with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications because it helps the channel a lot. Blue Beetle. It stars Xolo Maridueña, and so he plays this character named Jaime Reyes, who basically just got back from college, finds out that his barrio is getting gentrified, and his parents are, I believe they're getting kicked out of their house and all that stuff. So he tries to, try to get some money, support the family and all that stuff. So he gets a job with the Corg as a cleaning man with his sister, Milagros. He works for the Corps, but then again he gets fired. But then again, Janie Corg, played by Bruna Marquenzi, hope I didn't butcher her name. She's fucking fine as hell. Janie Corg tries to offer him a job, but then again, her aunt and Carapax, they uncover the scarab. So then Janie gets the scarab and out of desperation hands it to Jaime, and he tells him not to open the box. But then again, they open the box, his family, and then, well, the scarab latches on him. It chooses him, latches on him, he becomes the Blue Beetle. So the Corps basically, I almost forgot her name, the aunt played by Susan Sarandon, and then Carapax try to track down Jaime to get that scarab back because they want the power to create or something. And well, except for Jaime and everybody else, even his uncle Rudy, played by George Lopez, they all had to work together and figure out a way to get out of the situation. So, well, let's get on to the review. Honestly, guys, I gotta say, when I've heard reviews about like some of his weaknesses, I got a little worried on that stuff. But you know what? I love this movie. I mean, yeah, I'm a little biased, it's a little racially biased just because of how I'm Mexican. It's a Mexican-American, it's a Chicano movie, very Chicano, very Chicano movie. So, and I related to so much of that. So, yeah, I'm a little biased because it did really struck hard. It struck so good a chord on me, to my heart, and to me, it perfected it. So let me just get out to the negatives out the way, but they're more like nitpicks now because I feel like, I'll explain in a minute. The villains, yeah, Susan Sarandon and Carapax, very one-dimensional, you could say they're the worst part of this movie. And yeah, but you know what? I forgave that. I got over that a bit because Susan Sarandon, she played it up for camp, and I mean, what do you expect from a greedy corporate person from that? So, but Carapax, I mean, he's a henchman, he's all that stuff, and he's tough, dude. But you can say it's lazy writing, but I like the near the end where you actually get to see his explanations and all that stuff. And yeah, but I'd say they make it up because, well, it's campy, it's fun, and they own up to it. And Carapax, at the end of the day, he was fun to watch. He was cool. I would love to buy his action figure. And Susan Sarandon, I think she was in a way still having fun doing this film. And I think that it's just they just pull it off a bit more better here because the way it's written is very intentional to have it like that. And you know what? I will not fault that movie for that. Now let's get on from my positive, and luckily the negatives don't really get in the way. The positive, all that stuff. Xolo Maridueña as Jaime Reyes, man, that dude killed it. Man, he killed it, man. That dude, every time he's on screen, he chews everything up, man. Man, damn good work. He worked really hard on Cobra Kai, man. He got to this step in his life to become the Blue Beetle. He was fucking awesome, and man, he had the charisma, he had the chops, he had everything. Every time he's on screen, he's so good. And when he's emotional, he shows the emotion. And that's great. And Bruna Marquenzi as Jenny Corg, she was actually quite like her. Yeah, she's the casual love interest, but I think that she's really cool. I like that her character is a bit of a loner. That's why she's more to herself. But I just like that she's resourceful and all that stuff. She actually helps a lot. She's not useless and nothing like that. I like that a lot. And before going to George Lopez, Jaime's family is so good. His dad, when he talked, that dude, He reminds me of my dad a bit when he's talking to him, and there's a scene with him and they're just like talking about los nopales or the cactus in the front yard, los nopales. They're just him and talking. He's having a drink and they're just talking in the front yard. And then his dad, he has the same accent as my dad when they're speaking in English. It's almost uncanny. But his mom is great. I also like that the Nana is great too. Everybody was fun. They were having so much fun. I liked how supportive the family is. In a way, you could think, when you think about it, when it comes to a more grounded take, I like that the family, instead of going like, oh my god, freaking out, they're actually more supportive of their son being a superhero a bit, or just helping him out and stuff like that. Instead of just, being in this, back in the day when they do these superheroes and this whole stereotype with the whole like, oh, I gotta hide my identity because my family and blah blah, they don't understand and all that stuff. It's all like, no, here they embrace that identity. They support him, and I love that. It's a very loving, supporting family. And as to get on to George Lopez, that dude does steal the show, though. I gotta say, George Lopez is so fucking funny in this movie. He has the best lines, in my opinion. As much as I love everybody, he has the best lines. They give him the best lines, or I'm pretty sure he was ad-libbing. Man, that dude is having fun. And I also love the Mexican or Latino Easter eggs they sprinkled in. So that is really cool, and the action is really good, and it's very anime, very Kamen Rider, very Ultraman-like. Man, I just liked it. It's drips in Latino culture, but also drips in just geek culture in general, and it's just freaking great, man. I just love it. The only problem is that the stinger, it's not gonna amount to anything, just due to the fact that, well, this Blue Beetle is not. I feel like the actor and maybe the character will pass on to the DCU, but then again, this Blue Beetle is not part of James Gunn's DCU. I know that there's a lot of confusion out there, and people said that James Gunn, no, he confirmed that he did not. No, he did not. He had to clarify, but then again, I wish that James Gunn did clarify. Is the first character? It was confusing, but then again, Blue Beetle is not the start of the DCU. He is not. So. Yeah, but then again, I'm pretty sure maybe just that I think James Gunn's trying to mean like he's the actor, or maybe there's rumors that he's the first actor to, maybe to like recast as in the DCU. But I heard there's rumors that apparently like he's gonna be in Peacemaker season 2. Rumors, grain of salt, and do not take my little, it's more of a theory. It's more of a theory, and I heard it from Robert Meyer Burnett, and I'm like, you know what, he's got a good point. So. Yeah, and I also, the effect doesn't always look that great, but they look amazing. They look better than The Flash, and this was meant to be a streaming movie, and they decided to put it in theaters, and you know what? I like it a lot. So with that, I would give this film, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a 5 out of 5 because it was really good. Yeah, a little racially biased, but then again, I mean, if I were to give it a rating, like a more honest rating, I would give it a 4 out of 5. But then again, I'm also being honest by giving it that perfect 5 out of 5 because I actually had a lot of fun, and I forgave a lot of its flaws because it just becomes fun at the end. Susan Sarandon was still fun in a way, but even though her character is pretty shitty, badly written. And Carapax, there's a moment near the end of the film where like they explain his backstory, and I can see that's lazy writing, but then again, the way it's done, you know what? I let it slide. So let's get on to the spoilers section here. So the stinger, I'm just not gonna talk much about the spoiler part. The stinger that because this is the third, Jaime Reyes is the third Blue Beetle. So in the second one, it is Ted Korg. So he's stuck in this dimension, and he's relaying a message to his daughter Jenny and all that stuff, and that's why his sister took over the company. So now Ted Korg is trying to reach out to his daughter Jenny, but it's not gonna come to fruition because, well, it ain't. DCEU is dead, man. And George Lopez has his X truck. He has 2 trucks, El Taco and he has El Chapulín, and it's very, as far as I remember, it's very, no, not a truck, it's more like a device, I think. It's called a Chapulín, and it's red as hell, and it just hacks into things, and it shows like one of the claymation introductions for Chespirito, who's a comedian in Mexico back in the day. And he plays his character El Chapulín Colorado, and so some of his, even Chavo del Ocho and all that stuff, and Chespirito, the Chespirito, Chompira, something like that. A lot of cha in his characters, in his the name of his characters. They will usually start off with claymation introductions or during the credits, and it's very well done. I gotta say, I really like that a lot, and it's just very nostalgic. It's very, very nostalgic to if you grew up. Like me, I didn't grow up, I'm not that old, hell no, I'm a millennial, but I grew up with watching Chavo del Chespirito stuff, not just Chavo del Ocho, but Chapulín and Chompiras and all that stuff. So that was that was really cool. I like those Easter eggs, and I also like that the end when Carapax is like when Jaime is about to kill Carapax, you get the Scarab. She based the Scarab just lets him know that it shows him this past, and it's very sad. I feel like this whole time I think Carapax wanted to kill Sarandon, the Miss Korg, but I think he was just manipulated and abused and just being under control. And once he snaps out of it, he kills her. And also, like, I like that it's the spirit of his mom shows up when he's about to sacrifice himself, because he committed a lot of crimes and shit like that. So yeah, it's crazy. And I also like that, I like that Jenny and Jaime hook up at the end. I like that a lot. And also I just love that Jenny looks fine as hell with that leather jacket. I know, Bruna McKenzie's freaking hot as hell. And I like that she's like I like that because Bruna McKenzie is Brazilian in real life, and I like that she's Brazilian in the movie, so that's really cool. And she speaks Brazilian and near the end of the movie when she was chewing this gum that Ted Core created. It is really cool. And no, I think that's it. Much of a spoiler, just stingers and all that stuff. And it is very sad when Jaime's dad passes away, when he dies. Fuck, man, that was fucking sad. It really is sad. And they have a moment where like they're mourning, but then again they gotta pick themselves back up. But then after everything is done, after they stop the army and all that stuff, the potential army of the Korg Foundation, I like that they finally have a moment now. Even Jenny joins it. They all have a moment to cry because they just lost, they lost one of the patriarchs of the family, or the patriarch of the family. And that's sad. That is very sad. And I like that. It's very emotional. They actually let them cry. They let them cry and all that stuff, and that's really good. So that is my review for Blue Beetle, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys stuck near the end of this video, so let me know down in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen Blue Beetle? What you guys thought of it? Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would like to hear opinions on it. So this is Javi from Javi Productions signing off, and hope you guys enjoyed the show.